This is back to you again, Ginger. This is the second part. Uh, Aaron had just called me to wish me good night. And, he's been the one most greatly affected by this of all the kids, even more so than Matthew. But I just want you to know, over the years, how proud I've been of you on so many different occasions. Your CrossFit, the fact that you worked so long as you did for Walgreens, how tenacious you are, and doing and once you decide you're going to do something that you have a no, don't quit attitude. And I know I'm a huge challenge. I'm sorry if whatever I've done in the past made you unhappy with me to where you felt like you had to look outside of the marriage. I really don't know what to say. We both know you don't have to address anything because uh, I'm going to be gone. I'll be dead. It was true that there's a heaven. And that you see everything and know everything. Then I'll know the truth. Um, Not that it'd make one bit of a difference. So I sort of came to that conclusion a long time ago. I know you cheat. I know you've done it. I mean, we had to, no matter what you say. I mean, I've got photos don't lie, locations don't lie. You're making sure that you're thinking that you weren't, couldn't be followed. Uh, I mean, all of those things, with the excuses that you gave, didn't hold up to nothing. But you need to know that even the times where I said I was going to leave and stuff, I also realized deep in my heart that I couldn't. The simple fact is that I loved you. You were my soulmate. It's funny what you can put up with and the pride that you can swallow when you truly feel that someone is your soulmate. And I truly believe that. Just wish you had felt the same. Now that I'm gone, I hope you don't wait around. I hope you find someone. Though Aaron doesn't want you to because he doesn't feel like he could ever come over and spend the night with and visit his brother. I think he would look at it as somewhat as a betrayal toward me. But I hope that whoever it is that you are seeing, that they treat you with love and respect that I felt for you and that I should have treated you better. I don't think that I don't want you to just be another piece of ass for somebody or a conquest, and then where they treat you like a pariah afterwards. You were always susceptible to flattery, and you're always susceptible to people paying attention to you. You've always been that way. But the bottom line is, I want you to be happy. I wanted to be happy. I wanted to have what I saw other people have, and we just never had that. We had something close to it before we got married. I mean, it was surprising that we lasted as long as we did. But I got to admit, in the last 3 to 4 years, I mean, I was at the point where I just wanted to be happy with somebody. I wanted somebody who was going to love me for me and would be with me and treat me with love and laugh at my jokes and talk with me. And I guess that's been the hardest thing, is to be in the same house with you and feel so alone. And that having to beg for affection and beg to be touched, it was its own hell on earth. In some ways, I'd rather do this than do the other. I want to let you know I don't think I really doubted whether you love me or not. Because some of the stuff that you've done has been abhorrent, but I think it's just because this is who you are. That that you know that those things that you did, like calling the boys in and whatnot. I mean, I think that there's a part of you that I'm seeing realizes that you're going to miss me. And I hope it's not just because of what I do, the fact that I cook and take care of the babies and deal with the issues. But it was because you're truly going to miss me for who I am and for my company. But to be honest with you, I doubt it. I mean, I haven't seen that in years. I haven't seen your desire to want to be with me, to incorporate with me. Uh, I have seen no desire to interact with me, especially even in public or going places. So just know that I've forgiven you. Did a long time ago. It just doesn't stop me from still feeling the hurt. And sometimes I lash out when I'm hurting. Well, that's about all I want to say. I wanted you to look at these videos though and make sure that you can copy them, however, and make sure that Aaron's go to Aaron and Matthew goes to Matthew and Abby's to Abby. Separate them out and break them out. But I do Ian's. Actually, I should have done Ian before I did this one. Okay. Have any questions? Call me. I won't answer, but I hope that there's something after this and that there really is something waiting on the other side. And that uh, we meet up again in the great cosmos, whether it's in heaven, in a parallel universe, or whatever, and that we get an opportunity to do this again and then do it right. Treat my kids right. Treat your son and your daughter right, especially your son, and don't cut him off from his brothers. It's important to him. I'm really afraid that you will alienate him, because it takes everything that you do so personally. But remember, he's autistic. And at times I think you totally forget it, and it becomes more of an issue of what's about you than it is about him and his issues. Sorry to leave you with Abby. There was a time when I thought seriously about taking Abby with, about killing myself and taking Abby with me, because I wouldn't want her to leave behind or to be hurting or not being treated right. But I could never do that. I could never harm my angel. I always regretted that day. And now that I'm not here, I just want you to know that nothing's changed. I mean, it's the same. Everything I told you is true. I laid her down in the bed. I propped her up with a bottle of the breast milk. And she was sort of at, 35-degree angle laying back in the pillow when I left. When I opened the door later and I came in, she was laying on her stomach, and she was laying in that crotch between the bed with the breast milk in a puddle around her. And when I flipped her over in the first push, like I said, going down, all that breast milk came out of her lungs. I never got over that. From that time till now, I've always held myself responsible. I guess they call it PTSD because I've always had it. I've had flashbacks. I've hated myself. I wanted to kill myself for it. Part of me wishes I'd never gotten Abby back, but I did not do her any favors. But then yet, the joy that she gives me by holding her, because I always wanted a baby girl. I just hope that she never stops being a source of joy to you. I hope you allow my sons to come visit and that you establish a warm relationship with them as you did when they were little. I know that they're going to feel bitter towards you. They saw what happened back when they were old enough, when I was staying at the hotels. And I was very vocal in my hurt. And I know that they have held that against you. And they have learned to think that you treat them differently than you treat Matthew. But patch it up. You're the adult. Patch it up. You're the oldest. Because these kids will bring you as much joy as if, when you're in your older years, than as much as Matthew and Abigail with their kids and their grandkids and coming home for Christmas and whatnot. Because in their heart of hearts, and they know it, and you do too, that you were just as much a mother to them as Karen ever was. Okay? Know that I've watched you many a night laying in bed for hours on end, talking to you and telling you how I felt. You never waking up. I wish we had the time to do over again. Love you. I miss you. I will always miss you.